know one thing, we're in prime time. You know, seasonally, you know, spinnerbaits work, you know, spring, summer, and fall. But realistically, individual lures have real, what you term as prime time. And right now, Al and I are in one of those conditions, and it's the fall cold water period. And this is really what you term real prime time for throwing big spinnerbaits for big bass. Okay, there we go. Look at that guy there. Beautiful smallmouth. Get her back. Okay, let's get her back in the water. Ooh, look at that guy there. Look around. You know, the spinnerbait I'm throwing here is a T1 Terminator titanium spinnerbait, but there's a variety of different spinnerbaits that you can use for this cold water fishing for both largemouth and smallmouth bass. Spinnerbaits come in a wide array of sizes and blade configurations. For cool water and fall, we like big baits. Terminator's T1 in a ½ ounce weight is a classic shallow water bait. These are really effective to about the 8-foot depth level. For slow rolling deeper water, say the 8 to 20 foot range, this is where Terminator's thumper spinnerbaits really shine. Both the T1 and thumpers have a snapback titanium wire frame that run true even with a lot of abuse. You know, spinnerbaits is really an art into itself. There's a lot of different retrieves that you can present with these individual lures. You know, in the Great Lakes, they use a lot of heavy small baits, a real fast retrieve over, you know, some big flats and over even deep water ledges. But right now, what we're doing, I'm fishing with a ½ ounce T1 spinnerbait. And what I'm actually doing is letting the bait sink a little bit and then just slow rolling it, actually moving the bait relatively slowly. But then what I'm doing is intermittently giving the rod a little twitch. And what happens is it's going to actually make that bait hesitate. The blades are going to change the cadence, and a lot of times that's what's going to trigger these fish into biting. You don't have to, we're not really smoking the bait really, really fast. In a lot of cases, that's what you do for smallmouths, particularly when you get in clear water conditions. See, you're sitting there slow rolling, and then I just give it a little pop like that. And I tell you one thing, when these boys eat it, they really mean business. All of a sudden it's crunch.